Hello, I'm Tim Lawton. Now, amongst all the gloomy news as usual about Brexit, last week we had some fantastic news about our fantastic Worthing Hospital. The Western Sussex Hospitals Trust, which includes Worthing and Southants and St Richards, was rated outstanding, not just across the board, but in every one of the 5 major categories about effectiveness, about safety. This is one of the safest hospitals in the country, and as we all knew, it's the best hospital in the country, and we're really proud of that. And in the 4 years since they were last inspected and got an outstanding rating, this hospital is now seeing an extra 5,000 inpatients every year, an extra 55 patients in A&E every day. So it's busier than ever, but its standards are better than ever. And I want to pay a big tribute and a big thanks to Dame Marion Griffiths, our brilliant Chief Executive, and all the staff who've made this possible. Now, there's been quite a lot of mischief making by Jeremy Corbyn and the Labour Party recently about the NHS. Well, the NHS has been run by Conservative governments for most of its 71 years, and I'm really proud of our achievements. Recently, the Conservative government announced another 33.9 billion additional spending into the NHS, a record amount of spending and a long-term settlement to give security and continuity to make sure we are doing the very best things to look after patients and more to prevent patients getting ill in the first place. That's why there's a lot more going into diagnostic care, a lot more going into more GPs, and we need more GPs in Worthing, and we're getting the money for that, and a lot more money into mental health, which I have a particular interest in, as you know. So we are doing everything we can to continue to invest and build the NHS as the very best health system in all the world. We don't want that to end. We certainly don't want to give that away. And as the government's made absolutely clear, the NHS is not going to be any part of a trade deal we get with the US or other countries. So if people come knocking on your door from the Labour Party with that sort of scaremongering, first of all, be proud, as I am, about our National Health Service, and just remind them, 12 years ago, when Labour had all the answers to the NHS, we had to march to save this hospital. We had to form the Quash campaign, the Keep Worthing and Southants Hospital campaign. 7,000 people marched with me and other Conservative MPs and councillors along the seafront. 130,000 people wrote in letters and signed petitions. Not a single Labour councillor from Ada or Worthing came to help in that. We saved this hospital. So if anybody from Labour tells you the NHS is under threat, just remind them what happened 12 years ago in the Quash campaign. You might also ask them, why is it that under the last Labour government and the ill-fated PFI programme, Private Finance Initiative, it saddled our hospitals with £80 billion worth of debt. Some hospitals are having to spend a sixth of their budget paying interest and paying back the loans that the Labour Party put on them because they wanted to hide the debt from the national debt sheet. The NHS isn't just safe, but it's flourishing under this Conservative government. And don't let any Labour lies tell you otherwise.